There's a very short list of people that Sonny would go to prison for, okay? Carly's one of them. Jason, maybe. Mike, his father.
What?
I can't believe I didn't see this before. It's obvious Sonny would do anything to protect his children. And the person who was hurt most by AJ, the person who was in the hospital...
Leave it alone, Rick. You have a confession.
No, what I have, Reese, is a lie from a father who is desperate to save his son. Michael did it, didn't he? Michael killed AJ. That's why Sonny confessed. Because he's trying to shield his son from the burden of that guilt.
It's dangerous to jump to conclusions.
It's dangerous. That's all you've got to say? Huh? Fine. Fine. All right. I'll get confirmation from Sonny. I know what you're doing, Sonny. You've confessed to AJ's murder because you're trying to protect the real killer. Michael.
How's Michael?
He won't go.
What do you mean he won't go? He has to.
He refuses to leave the country. Carly, he found out that Sonny's being held for AJ's murder, and he's not going to leave his dad.
Well, I have to convince him.
No. Carly, this is a mistake to push, okay? He's not all the way back yet.
Okay. Then I'll use gentle persuasion, whatever works, because we don't have an option. Michael has to leave town. We cannot risk him finding out that he killed AJ. AJ hurt him enough when he was alive. I'm not going to let that scum reach back from the grave and hurt him worse. And he's not going to lose Sonny to a prison sentence.
Carly, how do you think you're going to stop him?
Exactly how I planned. I'm going to take my kids out of harm's way, and then I'm going to write a letter that will exonerate Sonny.
You know what this means? If you and the kids leave, you can never come back.
So be it. The only thing that matters is sparing Michael the knowledge that he killed AJ.
AJ put Michael through some unbearable suffering. Michael is still sorting his way through what's real and what's a lie. This is not the time to take him away from some place he feels safe, especially if he doesn't want to go, Carly.
He will, once I explain it's the only way to keep Sonny out of prison.
Okay, so I'm asking you not to do this.
I'm sorry, Jason. I can't give you what you want.
I guess I missed something. I thought you supported Carly's plan to leave the country.
Michael doesn't want to go. I mean, this kid has been dragged everywhere. Isn't it time Michael's wishes counted for something?
Michael? Michael? Michael! Michael!
We need to go.
Well, thank you for picking me up, seeing as Monica couldn't be bothered.
Oh, I was happy to do it. So, tell me, how does it feel to be home?
It's great to be home.
Well, don't get too used to it. Against my better judgment, I did agree to let you stay here through your recovery, but nothing has changed. You'll be living in one of the guest rooms. The divorce is still pending. And just as soon as you are well enough, you will be out of my house for good.
Why in God's name did I ever give you this place?
Well, you did. And you can just live with your regret someplace else.
Come on, you guys. This is wrong. You both just lost your firstborn son. You should be helping each other get through it, not breaking apart.
Oh, save your breath, Sky. Alan and I haven't had anything in common in a long time. Least of all our children.
What's happened to you, Monica? When did your heart shrivel up so much you can't even grieve for our son?
How I grieve for AJ is none of your business. But if I am just too big a pill to swallow, you can have Sky wheel you over to the Metro Court and let them deal with you, okay?
This isn't the time to do something that you can't take back, okay? I don't think you realize, both of you, how much pain you're in.
And I suggest you get yourself a really good attorney because this divorce is going to cost you. I want 50% of all the marital assets, and that's including ELQ stock. Of course, that really isn't worth the paper it's written on, thanks to your precious son and incompetent sister. I understand ELQ is on the brink of bankruptcy.
Well, not anymore. I have an
Oh,
outside
please.
investor.
Don't
company
even
who's
bother. Don't bother, Sky. She doesn't care about ELQ, the stock, or the money. She's just punishing me because I loved AJ too much.
Michael's in upstairs.
I checked the first floor. There's no sign of him.
Not on the grounds either.
Did you check the treehouse?
Yes, I did.
None of the guards saw him?
Michael knows every inch of this property. He's great at sneaking off.
But why would he? No one told him he had to leave town. Yeah, he's worried about Sonny, but he was getting so much better. What is it?
It's one of Michael's baseball cards. He must have been top of the stairs.
Oh, God. Please tell me Michael didn't hear that he killed AJ.
Don't let your imagination get the best of you.
I don't think it is, Sonny. Sonny, why else would Michael conveniently be in AJ's room, having witnessed Carly put the pillow over his face? Why would you all of a sudden just confess to AJ's murder? You're protecting your son. I understand that, okay? But Michael was the one who killed AJ.
Do you hear yourself? Michael's a 9-year-old little boy,
Yes,
Rick.
he's a 9-year-old little boy who was confused and traumatized. Does that tell you something?
You're letting Reese lead you down the wrong path. She's the one doing the protecting. Now, it's not common knowledge, but I want to let you in on something, okay? Reese and I, we've been sleeping together the last few months.
Oh, I see. Well, congratulations, but what does that have to do with anything?
Well, what I'm telling you is Reese will say and do anything to get me out of here and get back in bed with her. Because we were, it was good, you know what I mean? Okay, you made up this crazy theory about Michael to keep me close. Well, you might as well give it up because it's not going to happen, okay? Tell Rick the truth. Stop lying. Tell him that Michael did not kill anyone.
Don't even think about it.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh, man. You are one fine-looking specimen.
Only you would think calling a woman a specimen is a compliment.
Okay, let's skip all this. The answer is yes. Absolutely. So where are you going to take me? Some blues dive? Some upscale swank metrosexual lounge? Some neon of Vegas or the candlelight of Monte Carlo? Wherever you want. Oh, maybe you got that that you and me at home seduction thing on your mind. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work fine with me. I'll go wherever you want. I'm yours, baby. As long as you say uncle.
Say what?
Do it, Reese. Tell Rick the truth. That all you are, all you've ever been, to me, is a Fed. I knew that you wanted me, and I used that attraction to get you to cover what I did to AJ. But you know what? You might as well come clean now, because it's done. I have no further use for you. So there's no use in lying anymore.
I'm not lying. About you or anything else.
You see what's going on here now, don't you, Rick? Huh? She didn't want me to go to prison, so she came up with an alternate killer. A little boy who's confused, scared, can't defend himself. Michael didn't kill AJ, I killed him, Rick.
Okay, Sonny, why don't you tell me about that?
The murder, you want me to tell you about the murder? I'll tell you about the murder, okay? Like I said before, okay? Walked into AJ's room, okay? Picked up a pillow, and I put it over that sick freak's face until he was good and dead. But I gotta be honest with you. My imagination got the best of me. I wish that he wasn't immobilized because I wanted to feel him struggle for the last breath that I took from him. But it didn't matter anyway because he was dead. That's all that counted. All right. So I walked out of AJ's room, never looked back. AJ was long gone before Carly or Michael walked into that room.
Okay, Sonny. I believe that you have no problem with smothering the life out of anybody without batting an eye, especially AJ. But fundamentally, you are also a father who will sacrifice anything for his children. And you just proved that.
Michael's not at Bobby's or Courtney's.
He's not at Kelly's either. So we need to assume the worst, that he knows that he killed AJ.
No, wait a minute. There is a big difference between hearing something and actually being able to remember, okay? Maybe, I don't know, Michael's really confused right now. He needs some time to be alone and think. Anything come to mind where he could go.
The swings in the park. Or Michael knows Sonny's in custody. What if he thinks he can get Sonny free by confessing to AJ's murder?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna gloat. I just need to hear those 4 beautiful little, well, what the hell, let's go for 5 beautiful little words. Luke, I can't stay away.
I'm sorry. You've misunderstood. I'm not dressed this way for you. I'm not here to take you away or to declare my feelings for you. My presence here.
Luminous presence.
doesn't reflect any personal or romantic interest in you whatsoever.
Oh, my. You really are a turn-on when you're brutal.
Okay, try to follow me here, all right? I meant figuratively. You and I are standing in a place that happens to be a casino, okay? We happen to be owners. And in case you haven't noticed, it comes with this amazing little perk, the only gambling license for miles around. We should be turning them away at the door, okay? We should be pulling up all kinds of morning hours to count the profit because that is how well we're doing. But instead, we run this place like a clubhouse in a tree, okay? Our hours are nothing short of erratic. Sometimes we open, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, well, that's called spontaneity.
Yeah, well, I call it bad business, and it stops today, okay? This is me taking charge, all right? Now, you can either clean up your act and help, or you can take your bottle and go swig it somewhere else.
Oh, no. I know what you're doing here. You didn't just wake up and decide you were going to grab the reins of this leaky tub and turn a profit.
I made an investment, Luke. Now, call me greedy, but I'd actually like to make a profit while I'm young enough to enjoy spending it.
That's a good argument, a good excuse, yeah.
Meaning?
Come on, baby, just admit it. You'll do anything to stay near me. And I am so flattered.
Oh, great. Now we're arsonists.
Responsible citizens.
How would that work? If we just set a house on fire.
Yeah, at which point we called the fire department and explained that it started by accident and agreed to cover any damages.
Look, if this turns around on us and the police get involved, I'm gonna say it was all me.
Really? Come on. Come on, there's no way I'd let you take the blame for that.
Nicholas, you have to, okay? You just got out of prison. You can't go back for any reason, especially not for helping me burn down the place.
Does it help at all, knowing that the basement is gone?
What helps is having you with me.
Get Rick out of there. I need to talk to Sonny
You're
alone.
too late, Carly. Rick already knows
Knows what?
that Michael killed AJ and Sonny confessed to protect him.
You selfish bitch. You betrayed a little boy who trusted you just so you could have Sonny for yourself.
For the record, Reese didn't tell me anything about Michael, okay? I figured it out for myself. As soon as you confessed, I was able to put the pieces together. You don't want Michael to have to get up on the stand and admit that he killed AJ.
Michael doesn't know. He doesn't remember it. Just like I don't remember, when her mother fell down the stairs or when she was pregnant with you. That's what happens to the mind. It shuts down when it needs to, and it blocks out any pain you don't want to feel. That's what's happening to Michael. And I hope to God he keeps that lid shut tight. I never want Michael to know what happened in AJ's room. If I'm convicted, he's never gonna have to know. You got the killer behind bars. Case closed. Justice served.
I'm not gonna look. I can't put you in prison for a crime you didn't commit.
Fine! Pick one that I have.
Here we go.
Pick one that I have.
Okay.
There are plenty. I mean, hey, you know what? I've done everything you've accused me of. I've stolen. I've killed. I've violated RICO statutes that not even the government has ever thought of. And I'll tell you right now, if Michael had not been in that room, AJ's blood would be on my hands because I went into that hospital with the intent to kill. That's what counts, right? Intent?
I don't believe it. Your mind is a constant source of amazement to me. One turn to the left or to the right, you would have been a great attorney.
Well, that's what you are, and you're a good one.
You're not
actually
listening
doing
to me,
that-
Sonny. You did not kill AJ, okay? Therefore, I cannot put an innocent man in prison.
The only innocent here is Michael. And he's suffered too much already. brothers. Flesh and blood. One day that's supposed to count for something. I'm asking you, forget what you know about Michael. And let my confession stand.
Michael, hi. Did Carly bring you over?
I came by myself. My dad's in jail.
Yeah, I heard. I'm really sorry.
His son is my dad. Forever. He loves me.
I know, and I understand, okay?
AJ didn't. He stole me, then lied about everything.
Michael, it's not true. Anyway, I'm very glad to see you. I'm glad you feel that you can come here to the house. We're your family, and we love you the same way that AJ did.
Alan, I really don't think
All
this...
AJ ever wanted was to be with you, Michael. And you're wrong if you think that he didn't love you. He loved you very, very
Damn it,
much.
Alan, stop it.
I am not going to sit here silently while you demonize AJ to his only child. AJ was a good man, and he would have been a good father if he'd had the chance. But the chance was taken away because he was brutally murdered by some
Alan.
thug. Oh, my God, what timing. It's a wonder, isn't it?
Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. We were worried about you.
Well, I guess I can save us the next few steps. We know what Jason's going to say. That AJ was a despicable, miserable human being who deserved to die.
Alan, will you stop it right now, or I will rip your
You do
tongue
not
right
need
out of
to
your
listen
throat.
to Alan, okay? He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I understand all too well. I'm not going to sit here and just watch you pour poison into this little boy's head while you anoint Saint Sonny. Sonny Corinthos was nothing more than a common criminal, and he killed your father and he killed my son.
My dad did not kill AJ.
I actually feel peace for the first time in months. Because of you and the way you love me through anything.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Plus, you need to know what's going on in my heart. And I'm not gonna throw that love away. Especially for human waste like Connor Bishop. I'm gonna beat this. Nicholas, it may take time, but I'm not gonna let an act of violence define who I'm gonna be for the rest of my life.
You know that I'll help you any way that you'll let me, right?
Nicholas, you can accept my apology. Okay? I've been so unfair to you. You're not Connor. You never hurt me. You don't deserve to have me flinch away every time you try to touch me.
I won't deny that it hurts. But it's not because I feel unfairly accused. It kills me to see how afraid he made you, you know? And to know what he did still affects you and eats you up inside. I so wish I could just take that away from you. But I can't, you know? I just want you to know that I'll be right there with you, always. In the meantime, I really don't want you to worry about me, okay? Because the only thing that I can't handle at this point is you pushing me away from my own protection, okay?
Okay.
And that means, damn it, no asking me for a divorce, no encouraging me to move on without you. You know, distance, physical space, whatever, I can handle that. All you have to do is ask.
I just got you back. The last thing I want is more distance.
I know, but you're not ready to be close yet either. But I'm telling you, that's okay. That's okay. We can get through this together by being honest with each other, no matter how much it hurts.
More than anything, I want to go home with you. But you're right. I'm nowhere near ready.
I don't want to see Michael hurt any more than you do, okay? So ask yourself this. What would be better? A brief hearing with court-appointed therapy or losing his father to a 20-year prison sentence?
I need to speak with Sonny alone.
Just think about it. What it's worth, I told Sonny that you didn't tell me anything about Michael.
Well, there's a more important issue on the table here than whether or not Sonny feels betrayed. What are you going to do about Michael?
According to Sonny, Michael didn't even know that he killed AJ. Now, how am I supposed to make him? How am I supposed to make my 9-year-old nephew walk around with that kind of guilt for the rest of his life and at the same time send my brother to prison for a crime he didn't commit?
You know, you could throw the case. Might have run off. Because he didn't want me to leave the country with him. But it's also possible that he heard me say that he killed AJ.
Well, we can explain that. We just tell him Michael that he misunderstood.
In other words, lie.
If it's the only way to spare our son.
The paper said Dad killed AJ, but he didn't.
Did you remember something?
Mom was talking to Reese.
Was that before AJ was killed?
She said he had to be stopped. He kidnapped Morgan and Christina because of me. I tried to protect them, and I didn't.
Okay, your mom didn't mean that the kidnappings were your fault, buddy.
I didn't want my little brother and sister to get hurt again. So I went to his room to tell him to leave them alone.
Okay, what did you see when you got there?
It was dark. He was in bed. There was a pillow on the floor. I picked it up, and AJ opened his eyes.
Did he say anything?
He started to, but I didn't want to listen. AJ always lied and said stuff that made me sick to my stomach. So I just put the pillow over his face to make it quiet.
Okay, what happened next?
I pulled the pillow off his face and he wasn't breathing. I was scared. I dropped the pillow, hid so I could figure out what to do next. Mom came in. She picked up the pillow, but she didn't do it. It was me. Bad, aren't I?
No. No, Michael, killing is bad, but you're not.
I killed AJ.
You weren't thinking like yourself. Now listen to me. You remember when you fell and you sprained your wrist? You couldn't grab things or hold things, and your wrist wasn't working the way it normally does?
Didn't like it.
Okay. That can happen to your mind. If you're really scared, if you've been hurt a lot, if you've been lied to so much you can't tell what's real and what isn't. All of those things happen to you. So, in a way, it was like your mind got sprained just like your wrist. And that night in AJ's room, your mind wasn't working like it normally does. When you put that pillow on AJ's face, you didn't understand what was going on because of all the things that AJ had done to you. You were confused. You didn't kill him on purpose. You were mixed up.
What about Dad? He's in jail for killing AJ when he didn't even do it.
Okay, listen to me. Sonny's gonna take care of that.
How?
Well, he gets to decide how. You don't have to worry about that. You just gotta trust him.
Take me to the police station now, please.
Reporting for duty. Do I pass inspection?
You look nice.
I pale in comparison.
Don't start.
Well, do you think we're gonna get any suckers in here tonight? Apart from him, I mean. Mr. Alcazar, you are sort of wearing out your welcome here. Unless, of course, you're here to gamble and not just schmooze my partner.
Well, Sky's my partner, too, in a matter of speaking. We're both shareholders in ELQ. I wanted to speak with you. The fact that Sonny has confessed to AJ's murder doesn't alter the terms of our deal. I'm planning to move forward and take an active role in ELQ.
Oh, you can give up that dream. That's never going to happen.
It's already in motion. I purchased a 30% interest in the company.
Well, that doesn't mean that you get to dictate company policy. You see, as CEO, that's my job.
See, I expect a return on my investment.
You're in luck. ELQ is officially solvent, thanks to a sudden influx of cash.
Tracy would be referring to the money that was stolen from the Cassadines.
I don't know anything about that. What I do know is that I'm sitting on a pile of money, which means that you and yours are no longer needed and not wanted in my family company.
Would you just excuse us for a moment?
Of course.
Do something.
What do you want me to do? I'm here to work.
You gave Tracy that money. Now it's up to you to take it away.
Okay, conceivably, I could throw the case. I could ask self-questions of witnesses. I could purposely alienate the jury, but there's not going to be a trial. Sonny's already confessed to committing the murder against AJ, and the only thing he's going to go from here is to a sentencing hearing. Short of advocating leniency, there's not a lot I can do unless I come forward with the truth and I tell him that Michael is the real killer.
Okay, we're gonna do it your way. You, Michael Morgan, will leave the country tonight, if possible. Once you're settled, then send the letter.
Okay. What if the judge doesn't believe it and you go to prison?
Okay, listen to me, okay? We can't worry about that. We gotta just protect Michael right now. So promise me that you will go.
I promise. Tracy's nothing to worry about. Yeah, she can be difficult, but she's not very smart. I'll get around her.
Sky, I like you. But I didn't enter into this deal for the sport of it. I need a high-profile, legitimate business to establish my new position. I've chosen ELQ. I fully intend to have it. As CEO, Tracy presents quite an obstacle. She'll have to be removed. I'd like you to arrange it.
I see you're enjoying those Cassadine spoils I so generously dumped into your bank account.
Did I ever thank you for that?
Thank me? You were furious.
I'm so sorry. I was so short-sighted.
Well, have fun with it. But remember, what I give, I can also take away.
Not this time. I'm one step ahead of you. I moved that money. There is no way you can get your grubby little hands on it. Sorry.
That sounds suspiciously like a challenge. I accept.
I'm sorry?
There ain't a fortune made that I can't get my grubby little hands on, including yours. You've just inspired me to prove it. Welcome to my world, Spunky.
So where'd you sleep last night?
Oh, the Metro Court. Wasn't quite ready to tackle Windermere alone.
Yeah. The place is so big. When you're wandering around those big cavernous rooms.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all those months alone.
It doesn't matter now. Let's tell you what. I'll move back to Windermere too. If you don't mind me using one of the guest rooms.
No, not at all. I think maybe it is better if we live apart for a while, maybe.
I don't understand.
I mean, we have the luxury of time. Time for you to heal. Time for us to rediscover each other. And I think we can afford to take it slow. Live apart. Spend hours on the phone. Go out on dates.
Dates?
Yeah, remember those? I'd pick you up in the Jag, put the top down, I'd take you to some fancy restaurant and show you off. I mean, we can get back to that. We can get back to the beginning and fall in love all over again. How's that sound?
Almost perfect.
Almost? Well, what's missing? And I'll fix it.
It's impossible for me to fall in love with you any more than I already am. And I always will be.
I shouldn't be
Carly, he wanted to come.
Okay, no, Michael, you need to go home.
Carly.
Michael, Carly.
Take him to his father.
Michael knows, doesn't it?
Hey, buddy.
You said you killed AJ, but you didn't do what I did.
Hey, listen to me. You don't have to worry about that. Your dad's gonna take care of everything. You know that, right?
On the next General Hospital.
$500,000?
I hope you forgive me.
Feeling pregnant, this trip will turn blue.
I respect his parents' decision.
If the truth doesn't come out, Sonny's going to prison.
Why should you go to prison for what I did?
Where are you going?